Boy, it's been a minute. When you do something for a while, you forget how to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Welcome back to Activated Mornings. The time is now 23 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour. We've got a couple minutes left with you this morning. Ari had to step out. So, I got to hold the fort until 10 o'clock this morning when we move on to another shift. WhatsApp number is 4579997, the number to call. Also 4579997. Normally, we reserve the last segment for anything at all, whatever it is that you want to talk about. You could call in, you could message, voice note. You have about just 1 minute to do that. If not, gonna move on to something else. All right, this one's fast. Hello, good morning.
Good morning again.
Welcome back, Dave. You need to start. You had to hire you, boy.
Why?
Go through,
Why?
man.
You're
Go
not
through, go through.
accustomed to my voice? You're not accustomed to hearing me?
I am very used to hearing your voice.
All right, well, and it is your duty, if I say anything obnoxious, to do what you want to do, right?
Yes, sir.
I look up to you, and I look down to you, right? No offense at all.
All right.
I have said enough to you already. Yeah, but tell me something. We had Parliament yesterday. It went till after midnight. And boy, I don't know how many of us take stock of what goes on in our Parliament. And let me just straight out. I think that the Prime Minister of this country, as leader of the House, need to show a better example in the House. I can't say it any better or clearer.
In what regard?
The way he conducts himself.
Okay.
The way he conducts himself.
Okay.
I don't know if I alone seen that, or I alone may be thinking, I don't know if I am, crazy or something. But when I listen to our Parliament, it's time to follow other parliaments, although I would have listened in between over the years. But our Parliament has become a real disgraceful place. If you are elected by my vote or whoever votes, and that's the kind of behavior you are displaying in our House of Parliament, I am saying we shouldn't have any Parliament at all. That's how strong I feel about it.
Okay.
But not many of us can say it like how I would say it, or afraid to say, many of us are afraid to say these things. I told Burns Bundy, for instance, sometime on his program, we're talking about the crime situation in our country all the time. By the way, how much we are at now? 49 or we reach 50?
50.
Huh?
50?
No, just asking you, I'm not sure.
I think it's 50. I think it's 50. Is it 50? Boy, I've lost count. I believe it's 50.
All right. Whatever it is.
Let me double check.
Whatever
50.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
What a walk. So we right on target, as you say, one is like one murder every week or something like that.
Oh.
But to deal with the crime situation, we have an opposition and we have a government in office. How can we expect to deal with, if it's a national issue, and it is a national issue as far as St. Vincent and the Grenadines is concerned, how can we deal with it when we are divided along political lines, and for something like that, for the nation's good, why can't we sit down as big men and try to work out or come to some solution as to how to deal with this, with our crime situation? I don't know how you feel, Christal.
All right,
as
so
a young
I'll
woman,
respond to that.
Huh?
I'll respond when you leave, because I want to give some other people opportunity to respond as well.
All right. Okay then. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you so much. You take care. Just on a point of clarification, the homicide rate for the year is 50, not 51. Yesterday, there was a report that we had a double homicide, but that was not factual. Police have confirmed that it was just one. So we are at 50. The news entity that was responsible for disseminating that information, they have corrected it. All right. So another call is calling back. Hello. Good morning. I'm not sure what happened there. Like you press redial or something. All right. So two things in one that Dave mentioned there. The first one is Parliament. Why y'all bring that kind of rude behavior to Caliacua, to Eastern George, to my constituency? You could have just leave it in town, or you could just cut it out point blank. I have said time and time again, I find it to be a bit disrespectful to the House of Parliament to be carrying on like that. Dave mentioned that he's disappointed in the Prime Minister, that he should be the one to set an example. However, I think you have omitted to also mention that there are persons within the opposition that also need to set an example. One, responding and probably just keeping calm at certain points. And I mean, you are what? I don't know how old you guys are, but you are supposed to be quite mature. And at that point, you're supposed to be able to control the emotions. Yes, human beings, we get a little riled up from time to time, no matter the age. But oh gosh, man, just control the things and just deal with the matters of the house and the matters of the people and the entire country. You're wasting time. And the sad thing is, those are the things that trend from Parliament. They're talking about a lot of things within Parliament, but what comes out is who's dotish from who ain't dotish, who's one vote from who ain't this. Don't talk to me, don't this. I ain't talking to you. What were the other trending clips? Dotishism. It's more than one, and it's on both sides of the fence, both sides. So to call out one and not call out the other, we gotta fix that. All right, y'all calm yourselves down. Y'all giving poor Miss Rochelle Ford, Speaker of the House, I am on my feet. I am on my feet. Sometimes I feel sorry for her, but I mean, at certain points, it's a little humorous, but y'all gotta check yourselves, gentlemen. Check yourselves. And that just goes to show that while they hold a lot of responsibility for national development and the conducting of our country, they're pretty ordinary people, just like any of us. All right. In terms of crime, where do we go with crime? Remember, you can call us at 457-9997, WhatsApp, the same number, and on Facebook and YouTube at WEFM 99SFG, drop a comment. In terms of crime, yesterday, Lay recorded homicide number 4. Homicide number 4. We're now at 50. This is a new record. And we have about 5 more weeks to go for 2023. So the likelihood of the number going up, it's pretty high. I think it's pretty high. Based on the track record so far for this year, it is pretty high. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. The police have scheduled a rally within the community of Leyu. Hopefully that comes to some fruitful results, but that's obviously not going to be the end of it. I want to hope and feel that the initiatives that are taking place now will have some immediate effect. But I think realistically speaking, we're going to have to sit down and wait and watch out a lot of these unfortunate occurrences just happen. Now, story goes on IWN. Farmer gunned down as violence continues. Violence continues in Leyu. It's a pretty nice picture of what's his name is Jim Sam. Of him holding a pretty huge carrot. The farmer was gunned down along a lonely mountain road in Leyu on Thursday. I said his name. He's 45 years old and he leaves behind 3 children, 13, 3, and 1. Now, the story also says that people are unsure of why he was a target and what might have transpired that led up to his killing. Whatever it is going on in Leyu. Lord in heaven only knows. The entire country. At some point, come on, we gotta catch a grip. We gotta get a grip. Our problem ain't just start, Our problem in terms of crime, it ain't just start. It's going to take a lot of talking and a lot of action too. People have to check themselves. I want to go on to how are we setting examples and we are behaving just the same. Okay, somebody says the other person is not dead. That's true. Setting examples. Politicians set examples. Hello, good morning. Oh, jokes.
Good morning. I've been trying for a while.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell me.
So, 50 murders.
Yeah.
Our crime rate is now higher than Trinidad. Now, Trinidad has 1.5 million people, 15 times more people than St. Vincent. So, crime rate is cultivated by 100,000 per 100,000, 50 per 100,000. So, if you get 50 and you multiply it by 15, okay, you break it down. 10 by 50, 500. 5 by 50, 250. So 500 and 250 is 750. So if Trinidad don't get 750 murders within this 2023, that means our murder rate would be higher than Trinidad. Now Jamaica, their murder rate currently stand at 52 point something. So if we make 52 murders, we'll be higher than Jamaica. And Jamaica is on track to record 1,400 murders. Population of 2 point. We're right up there. We're right up there. Yeah, it's something else, man.
Oh, wait.
I don't know if they hire more police. I don't know. Hire more police, put more patrols in each areas.
We're gonna have to make half the population police then.
But but crime shifts around and lay you now. One time it was at the hall, another time it was shops or still Parslot one time. So the police have a difficult job because when you concentrate your resources in one area, it slow down in that area, then it pop up somewhere else. But it is rough. It is rough. 50.
Yeah.
We could end up with 60, you never know. 55, between 55 and 60 for the year.
Don't speak it so long. You hear?
All
right. Thank you so much.
Later.
The caller is not incorrect in stating and looking at rates though, because they look at per 100,000 population, right? Let's take another call. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
The murder rate is not 50. 50 the homicide rate.
Right.
There was about 46 of those 50 homicide, about 46 of them classified as murder. Homicide is the killing of a human being by another human being. So anytime a human being kill a human being, even if it's in self-defense, that's a homicide. When people knock down people on the street with motor vehicle and they're dead, that is a homicide. When the state execute people, that is a homicide. But they are justifiable homicide and they are unlawful homicide. The unlawful homicide is what is classified as murder. Murder is when you have been killed with malice aforethought, express or implied under the Queen's peace, with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. That is murder. So we have 50 homicides in the country. About 46 of those are classified as murders. The other 4 are police shootings. They are not yet classified. There may be an inquest. The inquest can say is murder or manslaughter, or they can say otherwise. So we have 50 recorded homicides. About 46 are murders.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that clarification there. That was pretty necessary. So homicide rate. All right, that's the term, homicide. Somebody says if you get a chance though for Parliament in Canada, it gets bad. It's not only in SVG. I am afraid to look for Parliament in Canada. Somebody else says on the WhatsApp here, remember it's 4579997. All party members need to conduct themselves respectfully in the House of Parliament. And yes, in other countries, there are even fights in some parliaments, but this is not about them. And this is why I'm against debates, St. Vincent. If they believe that if they behave like that in Parliament, don't you think it will be worse with debates? We keep blaming, and pointing fingers and pointing them in the wrong directions. It's time to put our differences aside and work things out. Walk away from conflicts. As you mentioned that, as it stands right now, the homicide rate per 100,000. Another call coming through. Let me take that boy. Can't that boy. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I'm just calling randomly. I haven't heard what your issue this morning, but it's open forum, right?
Yeah, you have a minute. You have like 2 minutes. I can spare you an extra minute.
Okay, right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's just that I just want to draw the public attention to.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that there these bottles that is advertising for drinking water, and a lot of office people take them around and hold it. I'm just concerned about the health hazard, because our people because something is advertised, we like to new things and so on and thing. But do we really checking out the consequences and so on and thing? It's just open for discussion and to see where the health people them say too. For you to have water inside a bottle from in the morning to in the evening and so on and thing, I'm just checking it out, the health hazard that it might create. Just food for thought.
Those bottled water like imported, or it's just people?
No, those in some different colors and so on. I saw some of them very big and so on and thing. I saw them advertising Facebook and so on and thing.
Water?
Yeah, well, you will put your water in the bottle, but there are some bottles that is advertising, and I noticed that.
Water bottles.
Right, yeah.
Water
bottles.
Like the ones with the markings on it to say the time and so on. The health, safety.
Yes.
Like if they're BPA free and so on.
Very well so.
True.
Because our people because it's something new, then you run and grab it without finding out the consequences and so on and things.
That is true. Gotta do your research, yeah?
Yeah, right. So I could listen to the health people them to give their views on it.
All right. Let's see if anybody will respond. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks. Yeah.
You know, talking out thing in one, you really need to be mindful of what we purchase to consume. Not only that, you know, like to even put on your skin too. Because your skin is a barrier, it's porous, it absorbs things. That's why they say they put vitamin E in a cream and this, that, and terra, and it soaks in. Some medicines are applied through the skin because the skin absorbs. You gotta be real careful too, you know. Another call is coming through. Like we have like 10 or 5 minutes. Boy, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Surprise.
Oh my gosh. Let me leave the studio, boy. Something wrong? We have hurricane or what?
Well, I pick up my phone and Facebook automatically gravitate me towards your program.
Max is here. Watch a time in this place.
My great friend Christal.
How are you?
Them know me and you love each other. Even though me and you doesn't be. I am okay. But I'm not okay because of I hear all the talking about crime and violence in St. Vincent. And my contribution today is to ask myself, ask you, and ask the whole country. And I've asked you this, Christal, many times. How do we stop what's going on and change the trajectory in where we're going?
Mm-hmm.
And I am part of the problem, Christal. Because if I go and I see a youth man who I know involved in them things and I don't talk to him and try to deter him from doing the next whatever, I can't do anything. And Christal, every time I just reach out to people whom you know. My cousin was part of it. My cousin got his life snuffed out in Layu.
Wait, Max, you from Layu?
Some of them boys, the name who call up when I go. Huh?
You're from Layu?
I born and raised in Layu. Layu is the best place on God's green earth, but right now, them a try to prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to not every time I go home I sit down and try read with the so-called ghetto youth and them and show them, you know, come out to be an electrician, show them this, show them that. But I don't even want to glorify how much homicide we have, how much murder we have. My question is, what do we do to stop this? How do we stop this? Is it too late? Is the cat going down a big hill without the donkey and we have to try jump in front of the cat, and if we jump in front of the cat run we all over and kill we too? That is a question I've been asking for years, and when I tell people we had a prime problem in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, people take it and turn it around and say I pull in St. Vincent and the Grenadines down. And I've been trying to provoke thought over the Christal. You remember that when it was on other wherever? I've said we have crime problems years and years ago, and people come under the same program and cuss me and say all about it have run down St. Vincent and pull down St. Vincent. No. In order to address a problem, we first have to admit the problem. And a lot of us have been in denial that, St. Vincent have 20 murder. But then we turn around and say, well, Trinidad have this, Jamaica have this. People come in on my inbox and send me crime rate in New York to justify the things in St. Vincent. But I don't want to go back in the past because we cannot change the past. The past is already gone. My concern is for the future. How do we? And this is not a police problem, Christal. A lot of people giving the police and them run down. Police have their own issue what they need to deal with. This is a community problem, Christal.
Indeed.
We cannot blame the police for something that's already been done. And a lot of us know we have a bad man in front of them. And a lot of us know the bad man in front of them. We could talk to the bad man in front of them and they could at least listen. They might not do what we suggest that they do, but at least jump in at the ears and show them a little bit of love. Where do we go, Christal? You have a son, Christal.
Yes, sir. I have a minute left to hear.
I know you feel it. But what my question, what do we do as a country, as a community, as a people? This is not politics, this is not police. How do we come together and fix this problem? Because this is a serious problem we never admitted we had years ago. But now it reach full circle.
As you ask, is it too late?
Love and love alone, Christal. Big up yourself.
Yeah,
man.
man.
I'm going to have to make it a habit for can call your program.
You still have two iPhones?
But I still love you.
You still have two iPhones? I don't give up one.
I have three. You need a link me offline. But I just upgraded to the 15 and I think I have a 13 put down somewhere.
Excuse me. You're not money teasing you. Have a good one, Max. I go link you. I go link you another.
Anything you want, I got your back.
I want a barrel, but you might only could put processed food in it now. Anyways, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we are over time.